to the greatest pleasure ship ever built. Good times forever!
I have something here, sir. I've never seen anything like this. It's a malfunction, sir.
That's impossible. Where are they coming from?
I don't know, sir, but whatever it is, it's, big.
They answered a distress call.
Where the hell is everybody?
Now.
What the hell is that?
They're dead in the water.
I got a really bad feeling about this.
Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and I figured since I watched a film that I didn't like Wrong Turn 4 and such, why not review a film that I do like? And I have reviewed this film before, and the old review is on the channel, but I wanted to re-review this film because I like talking about films that I enjoy, that I love, that I feel are criminally underrated, and deserve more love and respect, and that is Deep Rising. I love this film. I think it's an underrated creature feature flick. Stephen Sommers wrote and directed this film, and before this, Stephen Sommers had done, I think, The Jungle Book with Jason Scott Lee, and The Adventures of Huck Finn with Elijah Wood. But after this, he would do The Mummy, which is his big break, which I like the first Mummy. Not the biggest fan of the sequels. That's just me, though. But I like the first Mummy, and Stephen Sommers did Van Helsing and G.I. Joe, the first G.I. Joe movie. But I, without a doubt, believe this is his best film, Stephen Sommers. This is his best film. I wish, if I had to pick, I wish this had gotten the franchise, not The Mummy. I mean, I like the first Mummy, but I like this so much more. I wish this had gotten the franchise, but that didn't happen. But it was written and directed by Stephen Sommers, and I read somewhere that Robert Mark Kamen did an uncredited rewrite. For those wondering, Robert Mark Kamen, he's had some missteps like Columbiana and Transporter 3 as a writer, but he also wrote the first. He wrote the third Karate Kid, but he also created and helped write the first and second Karate Kid film, which I like. Transporter 1 and 2, Taken. I think he helped write on The Fifth Element. And those are all films I really highly enjoy. So the guy, once in a while, he misses. But all in all, with the Karate Kid 1 and 2, Transporter 1 and 2, Taken, Fifth Element, I enjoy those films. And if he did an uncredited rewrite on this film, you know, it says written by Stephen Sommers, but either way, it didn't hurt the film. And I just highly enjoy this film. I mean, the plot's fairly simple. In fact, let's just read here. When a band of ruthless hijackers invade the world's most luxurious cruise ship, they're shocked to discover the passengers have mysteriously vanished, but that doesn't mean they are alone. Basically, Treat Williams, he's a pilot of this boat. His cohorts is you have Kevin J. O'Connor, who he would be in The Mummy as well, and Lord of Illusion, stuff like that. And Kevin J. O'Connor's girlfriend, who I think is a Korean woman, forget the actress's name. They're hired by this group of people to bring them into the middle of the ocean. The group of people you have, they're bad guys. They're hired by a guy on this cruise ship to come in, get the passengers off, and sink the ship for insurance. You find this out later. And the group of bad guys is, you have Wes Studi, who is Sagat in Street Fighter Van Damme movie. Which is funny because another guy is Trevor Goddard, who was Kano in the first Mortal Kombat movie. Jamon Hunsu, who was the lead in Amistad. Cliff Curtis, who was the bad guy in Collateral Damage. And he was also in Die Hard 4. So you get a lot of recognizable faces. And basically, Famke Janssen plays in. She stars in it as well. She's a thief on the ship, but she gets caught, gets put kind of like in the bridge. It's kind of like in a room where they have food and stuff, but, you know, there's no way to get in. There's just, you know, how she becomes safe, because once Tree Williams and them take these guys to the ship, and they don't know what's going on, Tree Williams and them, they're just hired to take these guys out. They don't know what's going on until much later. Again, like it says, the ship is gone. I mean, the ship is empty. They don't know where anyone's at. They find a few survivors, like the captain and his first mate and Famke Janssen's character, and they wonder what's going on. And you find out it's these fucked up creatures. You know, these tentacle-like creatures that want to eat you up. They eat you up and suck you dry and spit you back out like a bad habit. But D Rising, I just highly enjoy for a number of reasons. This is my kind of monster movie creature feature. Yeah, a lot of it's done in CGI effects, which granted, this is 1998, so I'm not saying they're the best CGI effects in the world, but for some reason I don't mind these CGI effects. Maybe because I like the look of the creature, maybe because they mix a little bit of practical, like, you know, if they shoot at it, and they have these nice, like, guns where they say have like 1,000 round capacity. But hey, it's a movie. That's why I go into movies, to be entertained. So go for it. Have a new kind of weapon. It's a movie. Sometimes that's the point of movies, is to be entertained. That's the point. It's orange juice, by the way. Trying to drink more healthy at times. But this point of some certain movies. In this film, it's an hour and 40-some minutes, but it went by very fast. It has fun dialogue. Kevin J. O'Connor as the buddy of Treat Williams. He's a lot of fun. I really like Treat Williams. It's sad that he got some good roles in the lead. Like he was in, of course, Dead Heat with Joel Piscopo. That's a fun movie. He was the bad guy in The Phantom. He was okay in The Phantom. This is glorious. What the hell his line is kind of over the top. He was doing the Substitute sequels, 2, 3, and 4. I have them in the 4-pack with the first one. I know he's done some like TV movies, but Treat Williams, this is definitely my favorite role. He's a lot of fun in this film, Treat Williams. Has a great sense of humor to him. I just reading up, they wanted Harrison Ford for the lead, but he turned it down. Just makes sense. I would never see Harrison Ford in a film like that. Like, cool if he did a film like this, I'd see it, but Harrison Ford doesn't do films like this. Let's face it. But Treat Williams has a great sense of humor to him. Like when he's helping his buddy out and he's like, "We all okay? Is anyone gonna shoot anybody?" And he has this thing he says every once in a while, like, "Now what?" There's always something bad happens. And this film is just a very fun, fast-paced movie. Not only do I like the cast, I think Famke Janssen, you know, she'd be in The House on Haunted Hill, which I enjoy, the remake. Of course, Jean Grey in the X-Men films. But Famke Janssen, I think she did a really great job in this film as, you know, the thief, but, you know, really likable woman, strong, not a damsel in distress. Strong lady, has a good charisma to her. I did Treat Williams, and even the bad guys are fun. I mean, like, recognize people like Wes Studi and Trevor Goddard. It's like, oh, I recognize that. I recognize Jamon Hunsu. I recognize these guys. It has a fun pace to it. Like the bad guys and finally Treat Williams and them get these guns. It's like these guns that they basically have for the movie. But I like that, you know, I like that kind of stuff in movies when they make up a gun. It's based on something, but this has like 1,000 round capacity. But it makes it fun. It makes it fun to fight the monsters. I don't want them just, oh, I want them just use a knife and they never fight it. Fuck it, make them a weapon. 1,000 round capacity. Why not? They're cool looking weapons. So you got some fun gunfire. Again, this was made in it released in 1998. And, wow, that's like 14 years ago. I feel old. So yeah, the CGI on the creatures, like these tentacle monsters. Are they the greatest CGI? No, but for some reason, usually I'm a pain in the ass on CGI, but I didn't mind in this film. I don't know if it's because I just had fun with these characters, with the situation, because it's a simple situation. They get on the ship, cruise ship, and they definitely had the budget for it. It was like a $40-some million budget, so they had the budget, so it didn't look cheap. And it just, you know, it's a monster movie. they're lurking in the dark. They gotta get the fuck out of there. A lot of gunfire. Some funny moments they get on the elevator. And Truman's, what the hell is that? And Kira Joe tries like, it's the girl from Ipanema. It's the music on the elevator. Some funny dialogue by Treat Williams. Just has an entertaining vibe to it, which I miss in monster movies. They don't make monster movies like this anymore. Maybe because this film flopped, but these are my kind of movies. And getting back to CGI, I mean, again, it's not the best CGI, but I don't know, I like the look of the creatures. Maybe that's why. Maybe because they mix some practical, like when they shoot at it, you have practical globs being spit out. Well, this awesome scene when you have the main monster, and, you know, Truman's like, what are you looking at? This is shotgun, like the best badass moment in the movie, and shoots the fucker right in the eye. And, like, the eye is like this, always makes us think of like, you know, continue to have a goldfish in. Just boom, like, it's filled with liquid. I like that little touch. But when it gets shot, you have actual liquid being shooting out. Maybe it's that little bit of mix of practical. Maybe because I like the look of the creature. Maybe because I just like the fun, fast-paced vibe of the film and the characters. Or maybe because even this CGI, even though it's not the best, it's from 1998, it's still, I felt miles better than the stuff they have on Sci-Fi Channel. In my opinion. But again, it's fast-paced. You know, they had the actual cruise line set. So the sets really look good. They don't look cheap, so you can tell they have money in it. You have a lot of great set pieces. That's what that's the thing I was looking for, set pieces. Like, they find this hallway, they get out of the elevator, and the hallway is just filled with all these bodies of... Because what these creatures do, they suck you in, and then they drink you dry. And they spit you out like a bad habit. Maybe I said that before, but I don't care. I always repeat myself. Fuck it. And these guys, like, the bodies that are left over, they're like mush and bones and a little bits of flesh, and it's practical, it's gory, it's R-rated, it's like, it's beautiful. It's sick, but it's beautiful. It's really like the hallway of death. And really goopy, and just, they're not just dead bodies. They're bones, but it's goopy. So you got a goop of skin and blood. And really like that. Practical stuff, like when the wall's caving in, the metal's rippling, they're shooting at it, or it's from underneath, or it's on top. Is the actual physical environment rippling or breaking apart? That stuff fits. So that bits of practical fits with the movie. So it's, instead of just having 100% green screen or whatever. Or like when the ship obviously you can tell, there's a great chase scene where they're on this jet ski. Again, this is where the human, they have to get a head start to get out, and as they're going, there's a tentacle creature there, and they both go, oh shit! And really enthralling chase scene, where like they gotta get through the elevator doors, and he's like, you know, cock my shotgun for me, and boom, shooting the elevator doors to get the hell out of there. When the ship blows up, looks like a great model, or whatever the hell they used for the ship, but there's a great explosion on the ship. And it didn't have some great practical set pieces. I don't want to give them all away. But faults of the film, I don't find much. I mean, some people might not like the CGI because it's from 1998, but I don't mind it. For some reason, I don't mind it. And for those wondering, wearing shorts. The only reason I keep mentioning that in reviews is, oh, I saw skin. Oh, you're naked? No, I'm wearing shorts because it's hot motherfucker out. But I agree with this review. A slick, entertaining action film. It feels like it goes by fast, which at times is a good thing. It doesn't feel boring. It gets to the point and gets to quit. It's likable characters, fun dialogue, likable leads, a simple, fun premise. I like the look of the creatures. The CGI in this film doesn't bother me for some reason. It just doesn't bother me. I'm not saying it's 100% realistic, but it's fun. Yeah, guys with guns going in dark corridors, shooting at monsters. That's my kind of movie. They don't make a lot of monster movies like that anymore. They did back then, but nowadays they don't. Which is sad. I mean, I will say the only fault I can think is I'm not the biggest fan of the score. I will admit. And it's by Jerry Goldsmith. I just thought, you know, if for feature films, Jerry Goldsmith, I mean, this guy did Alien and Leviathan, which I love. I love those movies, and they were great scores. This one, though, I don't hate the score, but just, you know, not one of my favorite scores from Jerry Goldsmith. I'll just be honest with that. But that's the only fault I have with the film, for me personally. But it's fast-paced, it's fun, lots of action. These cool-looking weapons, I know you can't see well. Maybe in the trailer. I don't know if I'll post the trailer separately or with this video. May post it separately, like before this video, so maybe you already saw it. Only so that, you know, this review doesn't get copyright notice, just in case. But, you know, we'll see. But either way, definitely check this film out if you haven't seen it. I mean, the film, what's sad is this film flopped hard. It did not deserve it. It cost $45 million. $45 million, and it only made 11. That's pathetic, and that's bullshit. Now, it was released by Hollywood Pictures, which I know Mike was telling me, Mike, my friend from OCP Communications, one of my best friends, Mike, that Hollywood Pictures have this reputation. I looked it up. Like, if it's the Sphinx, it stinks. Just Hollywood Pictures had a picture of a Sphinx, and if it's from the Sphinx, it stinks. Which I don't really understand the reasoning. Just if I look through Hollywood Pictures, which I don't think are around anymore, I don't think. Like, their first film was Arachnophobia. I love Arachnophobia, and that was a hit. Now, maybe because other people don't like it, maybe. But Arachnophobia, I thought a lot of people liked that. But other films, Take Care of Business, Wonder Cop, they didn't do well. Hand the Rats of Cradle, a lot of people liked that, and that was a big hit. But Medicine Man, Encino Man, I like that movie. That was a big hit, but a lot of critics hated it. Distinguished Gentleman, I like, but a lot of critics hated that. It didn't do well. Super Mario Brothers flopped. Son-in-Law, I really like, but critics hated that to death. Tombstone. But I guess, you know, it's just, they had a lot of films that didn't do well, like The Air Up There. In the Army Now, I like. But I just like Terminal Velocity, that was a flop. Puppet Masters was a big flop. Same with, Funny Bones, Judge Dredd, The Scarlet Letter. Yeah, they have a lot of expensive flops, like stuff that costs like 40-some and they made only like 10. So I guess that's why, like The Scarlet Letter, Nixon, White Squall with Jeff Bridges, Celtic Pride, Eddie with Whoopi Goldberg, and The Associate with Whoopi Goldberg, Evita, which I thought that film did well, but it didn't, as I looked up. Shadow Conspiracy with Charlie Sheen. Look at this. Shadow Conspiracy with Charlie Sheen. Apparently it cost $45 million, made $2 million. Gone Fishing. That, for some reason, which I don't mind the film, but for some reason that film cost $53 million? With Danny Glover and Joe Pesci? I didn't see it, and that only made 19. G.I. Jane didn't do that well. G.I. Jane. D. Rising, that cost 45, made 11. I don't know why. An Alan Smithy film, that was a big bomb, and that's a bad movie. Simon Birch didn't do well. But they had some big hits. The Sixth Sense, Mr. Holland's Opus, The Rock, Dangerous Minds, Crimson Tide, The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. But I don't know, I find a lot of films that I like from them, but I guess it's like films that other people didn't like, and they had some big bombs, like, Jack with Robin Williams didn't do that well. So I guess because they had a lot of big bombs. And in the 2000s, they did horribly. Gunshy with Liam Neeson, it cost $10 million and made $1.6. Duets, that's one with Gwyneth Paltrow and Huey Lewis, cost $60 million, made $4. Just Visiting, cost $35, made $16. Like, their biggest hit, their only hit was, like, Stay Alive, and that's a shitty movie. Primeval, The Invisible, yeah, no wonder Hollywood Pictures isn't around anymore. Like, all those, like, most of those films flopped, and really none of them are good. I mean, But anyway, I was just going through that because I know it was called The Sphinx That Stings. I guess that's why, because they had a lot of films that bombed. Or like they had films like American Wolf in Paris and Gone Fishing and Shadow Conspiracy that not a lot of people liked. But Deep Rising, I mean, maybe because of the fact they released it in January. Stop releasing some of these good movies in fucking January. But that pissed me off. Yeah, that shitty fucking movie. The Devil Inside, or the Devil, what the fucking bitch with the fucking thing, fucking tattoo on her fucking lip, swallow her fucking lip. That, like, the trailer supposedly lied. Like, people saw the trailer, they saw the movie, it wasn't fucking the movie they want. Apparently this shitty film. That gets like a big fucking opening weekend, but this film gets 11 million total. It's such bullshit. But, you know, usually January is a horrible, horrible fucking release date. And apparently, this film was set for release in fall of 97, but for some reason got delayed till January. I don't know, maybe if it came out in the fall like October, maybe it would have been hit. I don't know. It should not have flopped that badly. I mean, it's a fun fucking movie. I mean, yeah, Treat Williams was a badass, having an awesome fucking chase scene against a monster with a shotgun, boom, boom. Yeah, it's a general synopsis, but it's fun. It's entertaining. It's fast-paced. It's got likable characters. It's got, I think, a cool-looking monster. It's got a fast-paced vibe to it. It's adrenaline pumping. It's exciting. It's entertaining. You know, I don't think there's a bad actor in the group, and has a good sense of humor at times with it. Has a great lead. Treat Williams, it's sad. You know, I'm sure if this film was big or hit, Treat Williams would have got more big roles like this, but that didn't happen. It's sad, because I like Treat Williams as an actor. I thought he was great in Dead Heat and the Substitute sequels, and it's sad. But either way, I don't know what more I can say about this film. I didn't get too much into the plot details, but I want people to check it out. And either way, if you haven't seen Deep Rising, definitely check this flick out. Cool looking monster, a lot of great set pieces. You can tell they had a budget behind this with a lot of scenes. Just a lot of fun. I mean, these are creature feature monster movies that are meant for one point. That word, entertainment. Entertaining. To be entertained. That's what I want, that's what I got. Thank God. But, you know, I just go back, and there's nothing on the DVD. It's a trailer, and that's it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Ciao.